Okay, so this is not really a review. This is really a rant, okay? This is really a rant about this fucking show, okay? I didn't review not season. I didn't review episode 5 last week, and I'm not reviewing episode 6. I'm gonna tell you why. You know, it's all about me being real, and you know what I'm saying? I can't talk about certain things and not keep it all the way 100 about it. I have to be honest, okay? I have to. No matter who's involved, what's involved, I have to be honest with you guys about everything. So we all know that I've been a big supporter of Chasing Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I even interviewed one of the cast members on Chasing Dallas. Was supposed to interview 3 of them, but I only got to interview 1. But before I even interviewed King Kang, the person that really made me want to support this shit through and through is Charles. Simply because I know Charles, we've hung out together before, we have a friend in common, which is my best friend Sammy, so we've been in the same, you know, we know each other. I know him personally. Just like CJ is also his friend, which is also my friend, which is originally my cousin's best friend, which is how I became friends with CJ. And it just goes along in that spectrum. So Charles is really the main reason why I even wanted to watch this, because I wanted to support the home team. And then, you know, after I met and interviewed King Kang, you know, he was also another person that made me want to continue to look at the show. And not only was it King Kang, but you know, Tony Price, he's been very nice and supportive of my channel. I also wanted to support it mainly because of him. But these last 2 episodes have been very lackluster, and I don't think they know what the fuck they're doing. I watch these episodes and I'm merely confused as to what's going on. I still feel like I don't really know people. It is just getting kind of irritating. You know, they decide the film scenes when it's a windy fucking day. You can't understand what the fuck they saying. At this fucking point, if you know it's gonna be windy the fuck out, it's gonna be fucking windy outside, don't film outside, because that shit just ain't gonna fucking work. It's just not gonna fucking work. Don't film outside if you know, don't film outside. Please, just don't do it no more. That's one thing. The sound is fucked up. Then, you know, just like on episode 6, this last episode they had when they was at the gym, that scene ran for a good 10 minutes and it didn't even have to. Like, you couldn't just chop and screw that shit and got to the part that really damn matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that? Okay, that pissed me off. Then, you know, it was like, where are the stories going? You know, because I don't get it. Like, okay, I don't know what Markel's story is. I don't know what he does. You know, I think he got a book coming out or something like that. And all I really know about Markel is that he has a book. I think he had 1 book out, and I think he got another book coming out, if I'm not mistaken. And he was on Cheaters and another talk show. That's all I really know of him. Like, I don't know what his story is. I don't know what he's doing. Like, I don't understand. B. King, at first, he wasn't likable to me, but then he turned around and became likable to me. But it's like, what is his story? You know, I know that he, you know, is a bomb-ass makeup artist. I do know that, but it's like, all he's ever doing on this show is giving advice to the other people that's on the show. Like, if that's the case, he could have been Cast B right alongside the other ones, because it's like, okay, we got Tony as a Cast B, but yet he was the one that was setting this shit the fuck off from the very beginning. So I'm just confused. And then, not only that, okay, we have Premier. You know, we know that he's an interior designer. So it's like, we're seeing more of him. We're seeing, I feel like the only one with a consistent story and where he's going is King Kang, honestly. He's the only one with a consistent story, honestly. And it's like, okay, Reese is like, I mean, he doesn't really have a storyline either. He's just here to, you know, plant seeds and keep the drama going, in my opinion. That's, you know, that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Who else on the show? Aubrey. what is his story? Like, we don't really get to have any solo scenes with Aubrey just to see what he's doing or hanging out with other people. You know, like when I interviewed Kane, you know, he said that he had a friendship with Aubrey outside of the show. How come we're not seeing more of Kane and Aubrey's relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know that Kane and Aubrey were even, like, close like that until I interviewed Kane. So, you know, I don't even know what Aubrey even fits in, like, at this point. Like, who the fuck is he the closest with? I do know he's close to Kane because Kane confirmed that in the interview that I did with him. But, you know, Aubrey actually reached out to me to do an interview. So, I am coming back to Dallas in, like, 2 more weeks. So, maybe I could schedule an interview with him. It just depends. I don't know. Who else is on this show? Okay, Charles. Okay, Charles has been a topic of discussion for most of the damn season, and we barely see him. So it's kind of like, you know, Charles' name has been in everybody's mouth ever since the season started. And it's like, why don't we see him? It's like, okay, we keep hearing all this chatter about Charles, but Charles ain't nowhere to be seen. It's kind of like Charles is kind of like the Brandy Maxfield of Chasing Dallas. You know, he's the one that everybody want to hate and everybody want to talk about on the show, but we're not seeing him, you know. And let me clarify one thing to y'all, because I know when he first said his age, at the time he was 28 when he said it. Or was it 29? 28 when he said his age. And a lot of y'all said, oh, Charles ain't no damn 28. He a good 30-something. No, baby, he is actually 28. We graduated the same year and we went to college the same year. And I'm actually friends with 2 of the girls he was best friends with in college, in high school. The difference is I'm from Canton, Mississippi, and Charles is from Jackson. So he graduated from Callaway. So I know that that's his real age. Seriously, he just turned 29 back in July. I saw we met up with him at the Bulldogs in Atlanta when I was down there with my friends on his birthday. But yeah. That's another thing. So it's like it seemed to me like the people that they decided to throw into Cast B, they are the reason why the show is even afloat at this point. You know, Tony and Charles, those are the 2 names that we constantly keep hearing, but yet they're Cast B. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, we got Woo the Lee, but what the fuck he here for? Are we, like, you know, is he only here for us to look at his ass? Like, we haven't seen Woo Lee since episode 1, and then when we see him, he right back to talking about Charles again, and the story slightly changed from where it was on the first episode. So, I'm just kind of confused by all of these storylines, honestly. Like, I'm very confused. The only storyline that I'm not confused by is Kane. It seems like he's the only one with a consistent storyline. We already know what he's doing, where he's going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to follow everybody and it's getting hard to do so. It's like we got all these unexplainable beefs like Tony and Markel. You know, they've been beefing outside of the show. So what the fuck is their problem? Why the fuck are they beefing? Which is what I was going to ask Markel if he was able to do the damn interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the main point. Like, not only do I like Mikhail, and I thought that he was a cutie pie and all of this stuff, I did want to interview him because he was one of my favorite people on the show. And, well, preseason favorite, actually. You know, he was the main one I was looking forward to seeing because I remember this episode off Cheetahs and everything like that, blah, blah, blah. Then he started following me on Instagram, so I wanted to see what he was about. So even before the show even started airing, we started seeing Tony and Markel going back and forth on Instagram, and I was really looking forward to seeing what is the cause of this beef. They even got into an argument under my last Chasing Dallas video. So it's like they got all this stuff going on and we don't even see it. Like, why is Tony and Markel even beefing? What's the reasoning for that? I'm trying to figure that out. Then you know, it's like the Cast B people are the ones that's giving this shit more spice, but at the same time they're not, because they're giving it spice but they're not being seen. You know what I'm saying? I think we've seen the last of Tony at least that's what they said when he admitted his addiction. But then you got Charles. He's barely even shown, but his name is the main one we hear. And I hear that they're filming the reunion, I think in a couple of days. So I need to know what's going on. Like, what was the point of having Woody Lee up here and all we doing is seeing his cakes and that's it? Like, what's the fucking point? Like, I'm just like, you know, a show that actually started off pretty decent and had all these views is slowing the fuck down. Like, I'm not even excited about what's coming up next anymore because these last 2 episodes have been fucking boring. It's like these scenarios are way too long. They shouldn't even be that long. And I know that we all complain about the episodes being short, but it's like, did y'all film enough? Like, I'm sure there's, you know, all you gotta do is just, I know that these scenes probably run long as fuck, but just cut to the nitty gritty. Get to the shit that you know we want to see, and just move on to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it, and you know, I personally feel like I should have been the one that hosted the reunion, but that's just me. But all in all, I'm just not digging this at this point. Like, I'm gonna continue to watch and support. Now, the next episode will seem like it's gonna be worth watching. At least I hope it's worth watching. And I'm probably gonna review it if it's worth watching, honestly. But you know, I don't want to do like I did before. Review a web series and then give up on it, because I enjoyed the Come Up Atlanta at the beginning, but then it started getting real boring to me and I stopped reviewing it. So I don't want to just stop reviewing it, but y'all gonna have to step it up because this shit is getting lame as fuck and I'm really not following it. Like, outside of Kane, he's the only one with a storyline that is ongoing. Like, we know what he doing, we know what he going through, we know this, we know that. I feel like I know Kane even more now. Like, I did an interview with him and I know him better, and then watching this shit I know him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I feel like I still don't feel like I really know much about Premier. I know I don't know much about Aubrey. All I know about B King is that he likes, you know, to dibble and dab with his husband. And, you know, it's like I said, Tony and Charles seem to me, you know, they're the ones that's making the show, but they're the ones that's not even being seen or respected. So, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. And I didn't make this video to bash them, because I still support the show. I still watch it. But if I don't have nothing to talk about, it's really nothing for me. It's really no reason for me to pull out my camera and try to discuss it and rack my brain on it. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what y'all think, though, honestly. Leave all comments below. Social media is at the bottom, of course. And you guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Next up is Basketball Wives. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.